make, an academy team that's run by Daps and then the main team run by Stans. You have them in the same organization. So it's it's meant to work that way.
That might be where the evolution is going.
Now that would be the next level, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You should get Daps to set them all up, make players understand what it's like to play at a high level, and then and then it works out. Ooh, look at this. This is going to be a really fast right turn into the B bomb site here through Catwalk, and solo defending it. Some great headshots. That is amazing. He should have been run over by those Glocks. He's not supposed to be getting really any kills at all in that moment. That was so well done. Bentet trying to see if he could sneak in here for another kill, and he can. That is almost nothing showing a voltage there, and Bentet able to take him right down. So Chaos, I think, I'd love the call. I think this is such a cool idea, but they just lost to some really great USP shots here. Maybe trying to bring it back here as Vanity was kind of the superstar of Inferno, but he's playing alone in a 1 versus 3, and they need to not fight him. The bomb is down to the side. Don't give him the chance to do this 1 versus 3.
Listen, he played 1 versus 3 all of Inferno at that A bomb site, so yeah, good chance he was able to do it here. Goes down. Gen.G's got the pistol. 1-0, and yeah, that's all on Som. That's a position where, like, 1 for 1, Chaos is still good. The fact that he gets 2 kills slows everything down. That's a good performance from him, and it had to be. He had no backup. Without those 2 kills, Gen.G likely loses that round.
Yeah, and he's kind of pushed into that, into that corner, so it's like there's no falling back anymore. Maybe the fact that there's no backup sort of almost helps to focus your mind, that you're like, I am doing this on my own. Like, there's no one's coming. I can't wait for it. I can't buy any time. Yeah. It's just going to be me. A couple of flashbangs that are going to be thrown over the wall. Actually, one closer. It's a very, very good flashbang. Kuster is there on the crossfire, and we saw him on Inferno there with the arch side with the FAMAS cleaning up a bunch of people. Oh, the bomb's still going down. That's kind of incredible. Yeah, a little bit of a victory for Chaos. Again, look at what they invested into this round. Not a whole lot. Everyone's got plenty of money. So a powerful buy going to come out here for Chaos, and probably, well, definitely a much stronger buy than what Gen.G's bringing to the board with the 3 FAMAS with an SMG. Daps is going to have to get a FAMAS or an SMG passed over to him as well. So looking grim when you go to the other side where Chaos is bringing out 3 Kriegs. Voltage and Steel can get whatever they want. There's probably going to be 1 more Krieg on Steel. In fact, all 5. Why not? Yeah, that is a lot of firepower to bring to the 3rd round.
But Kusta has a Zeus.
Yeah, that could be what makes the difference. We'll probably never find out. When is he going to try and use it on Mirage?
Ooh, they were waiting for a mid-flash, and that gets punished. There's the power of the Kriegs. They were hoping there'd be a few more players down onto the ramp to be more affected by the flashbangs, but 5-on-3 in the first, 20 seconds of the round for Chaos.
Yeah, we're putting everything into this peak in the middle, guys, and it didn't work out. So Som, they nearly line up for him, but Sick will be very quick on the trigger to take him down, and Bentet will drop cam in return. At least there's a little bit of a kill going their way. Daps is waiting up here, which is such a cool position to be in if you don't have an MP9 and you have more players inside of the bomb site that's making some kind of a distraction. It's going to be very hard to do anything from this position. I mean, even if he gets a kill, probably... Ooh, they almost line up for him. That's way more than you were expecting there. Steel and Sick both going down, and that is... Oh, it's like winning the lottery.
Yeah, it really is. Well, Vanity moved out of his position. That'll be frustrating, you would imagine. Now he's going to close it back up. He was watching this Palace play from Daps. Ooh, Daps is doing some work. Almost takes out Vanity, and there's the final kill. Chaos is on the board, but it got sketchy. They'll be happy with the victory, but just a little bit of tension drifts away, and Daps is able to punish.
Yeah, that was some strange timing. They sort of stood on top of each other nearly when he started firing that gun.
That probably caused some yelling in the old voice comms.
Yeah.
For Chaos.
Who the hell is watching?
Well, that was the thing. As well as Vanity played on Inferno, he was watching that whole time from Tetris. We were in his POV, and I mean, he's just kind of managing, a ramp flank, the Palace flank, and he just chooses the wrong one.
C's at 75 on Daps, and the rest could at least buy something, although it's not really amazing, as you could tell on the diffuse kit, and even now, 2 smokes and a Molotov left to try and buy time. That is a pretty big problem, unless the M4s can, win some early fights, which on Mirage, you fair play, you can maybe get some of those fights in. It's kind of a map where you can try that. And be successful.
And be successful. All right, Vanity waiting in halls. 3 players at top mid for Chaos, and again, just much like Inferno, the first 30-40 seconds of these rounds, they played it very patiently, but once they start attacking towards a bomb site, once they start taking map control, they're pretty relentless, they're pretty ruthless in how they continue to move forward, but for the moment, just not wanting to get caught off guard by any kind of an aggressive push.
And still,
5 Molotovs, 5 smokes.
Yeah,
4
still
smokes.
letting Vanity play on his own, right? Just like on in the day. Maybe they've just carved out that role for him. It's kind of interesting. Sounds stressful, doesn't it? Guess what? You're alone every time.
Sounds stressful. Didn't look too stressful on Inferno, but Gen.G has the right read here. 3 defenders at the B bomb site. Tough the whole way forward. That's a nice opening kill. Traded immediately by Bentet. Automatic is now there as well. One more in the site. Bentet surely going to go down now. And again, 1 player in market. 2 on 3. And Daps flanking with just the pistol.
I think he actually heard Vanity running away, so that's why he's so quick on the flank. But again, they needed to hold that bomb site even further for the flank to actually work out. And now, not sure it's worth it here. Kusta with the M4, I mean, it's not a lot to be saving, but it's probably better than just throwing it away.
It's time to save for Kusta. Back away, and you go meet up in the window room with Daps and see if you can catch anyone evacuating. Maybe work with him to get him a rifle in the next round. But at the moment, just patiently watching into the B bomb site. Daps probably won't get a whole lot either on the staircase, looking for the tunnels retreat, or the halls retreat.
Daps, yeah, exit kill. They have a lot of HP, so they don't actually need to run as far away maybe as they are right now. Exit's not going to be going his way. And a second round for Chaos now, tying it up very early on.
A second round and tied up, and there's no money on Gen.G.
Yep.
How many rounds do you think Chaos is going to get in this second half, or in this first half?
In this first half, I think they're going to be up to 9.
You're going to think they're going to get to 9?
9, yeah. And that's a lot on the T side.
Now, if we had
Mirage.
to put something on it, if we had to say, if you lose, you have to shave your head.
Oh, do I have to hit 9 exactly?
No, I'll give you plus or minus 1.
Plus minus 1. Oh man, that's a rough one, isn't it? No, I feel pretty confident. I think
Okay,
we can
you're
do
gonna
that.
stick with 9.
Yeah. Plus
And you're gonna
minus.
shave your head if you're wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might have you do it because I've never done it before, so we'll figure out a way. We'll
Phenomenal.
do it.
Why not? Okay, 2-2. Bomb site in control of Chaos. All the weapons as well, and all the utility being dumped in towards markets. They have control of that now too. And that was actually looking like a little bit of danger with Sam with a Krieg, Kusta with the M4. There was something that could have been attempted for this retake, but not now that they have control of market. It forces everyone back.
Sam thought he was clever in that position. It's like playing a little bit of a ninja game up there, but his knee was showing. And that was going to be a problem. And now slow exiting, everyone going out the same way, and no one going to run into anybody. So, I mean, Gen.G going to be happy about still saving the M4, and obviously Automatic picking up the Krieg. That's a little bit of a victory.
Yeah.
Still not probably happy that they're now down a round, and Chaos is starting to build a pretty decently sized economy. Vanity dropping for a teammate, and even then I think he's at like plus 5,000, so...
Rich.
Yeah, starting to build that way at least.
This is actually... I don't know when Gen.G is going to start mounting a fight. If you go back to Inferno, this has just felt like they haven't really battled too hard.
Ooh, Cam. Pretty quick with it, with the improvised or accidental run boost. Sure he wants to keep going. Yeah, he's going to be running almost the entire day. They haven't heard up here, so Bentet was playing pretty close to the wall, and he would have heard that running. But you're right, it's been kind of flat, and they lose Automatic early on to Voltage. That was in connector, right behind Steel. Kusta, the smoke is fading, and Sick is there to take advantage, and he'll follow it up. Long range spray, and almost the last bullet there, taking down Daps, and they have the A-bomb side, and pretty much everything they need right here. Again, Som and Bentet might want to be thinking twice about trying to stick around too much longer. Up on the ticket booth is Sick. It's a nice idea to try and reposition, but...
I actually think that was a bit of an overextension. Still a long way away from Gen.G taking this round, but it gives them the opportunity to actually come in and go for it. 2 versus 4, you feel much less confident. So Sam's at least going to investigate. There's a Molotov. Steel's going to put it out. Nice timing. And he's got plenty of space with that smoke to be able to look past it. Here comes the slow peek.
Grenade goes a little bit too far. I don't think they realize that Som's right on top, but it doesn't even matter. A nice reaction from Steel. Almost getting caught off guard then. Now it's Bentet, and yeah, just try and make an escape here. Every rifle is going to matter right now. They're in it for the long haul here. Chaos definitely... yeah, dishing out some punishment early on in this first half.
Yeah, these Kriegs are just so brutal at the moment, provided the entry onto Automatic, and that's something that Gen.G's going to have to be careful of at that point of attack. Automatic, no one there to trade, no one there to help him out in the fight, no one there for any utility. So 4-2, as Chaos doubled it up 4 in a row, in fact.
Did they just get that first kill through the smoke, it looked like?
It's very possible.
I think that was just... Yeah, well, that'll happen.
Once in a while.
Not the time for it, though, if you're Gen.G just hoping to turn that around pretty quickly. They invest into some armor and some upgraded pistols, and really not that much more, obviously saving the M4 from the previous round. We'll see what they could do here in round number 7, but yeah, it's time. Vanity again with the playmaking, which I absolutely love. Now, he's going to walk into the Deagle, but he's really quick. He loves this style, it seems. Open fight here as Daps will take him down. And no return from any teammates. Not yet, anyway. Oh, that's awkward.
Very awkward. Still, so much pressure being applied at the moment. Chaos is pretty content to just sit and chill. Let Cam challenge here. He's going to find a freebie onto Daps, who's, I don't know, ill-advised climb of the ladder.
Yeah, the worst kind of whack-a-mole we've ever seen, really. It's very slow.
Except for the one with
and if you're
live moles.
Well, he was.
Real moles.
Daps the mole. Like, the whole point, surely, if you're the mole in this game, is to try and be really fast, you know?
Yeah, to go down that ladder pretty quick afterwards. Hold the phone. Betet's in this round. He's got a kill on a Voltage. And Chaos has just been very slow in making this happen. Sick is going to wrap around, and if Betet makes one mistake, backs up too far, the flashbang's going to do it. Nice work from Cam tossing that out, and Steel's going to find the final kill. So 3-round lead now for Chaos on the T side.
5-2. You thought when I said 9 rounds that I was overshooting, right? And then now it seems like maybe...
I didn't say that. I
right.
just said it's an interesting... I think 9 rounds is a pretty safe bet. It gives you 7. Or, excuse me, it gives you 8. I can do math. It gives you 8. It gives you 10.
Okay. You can't both subtract and add. Now, what if you had 500 million, though? How many millions could you give to each Americans? Daps and Automatic holding the A-bomb side. We've got that AWP. We've got the M4 here in the hands of Daps, but they both go down with pretty much no resistance. That was, I guess, in a flash assist from Cam and Vanity. So double flashbang over the wall, and they just take the defense right out.
Yeah, that's nothing. That's nothing tactical at all. And Gen.G again just getting straight cleaned off this map. Betet's like, man, this isn't what I signed up for.
Not at all.
If I wanted this kind of spanking, I'd go back to Tyloo.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch that, Jason.
Okay.
But they don't seem to be enjoying it. They seem to be having the opposite of a good time. Just trying to save another M4, but again, we can be excited about people saving weapons when things are going slightly better. At this point, it's not really worth celebrating.
No, not at all. I just can't believe that Chaos is able to bust this out like this. There's no resistance, no adaptation. And this is just like, I mean, look, 2 flashbangs on those initial entries is phenomenal from 2 different players as well. I mean, but those are just nice fights to take. And Gen.G, even Daps getting that first headshot, just the kills aren't going anywhere close to Gen.G's ways. This
is what you really want. I mean, some of the firepower on this team, right? Theoretically, for Gen.G, Betet and Automatic, you want to see them just win some fights, just straight up take a couple of people down and then settle the round afterwards. So
it's not even just that. It's also someone like Som, who's one of those young players in North America who's got a lot of potential and a lot of people looking for him to have success. It's Kusta who, you know, I seem to be a little bit higher on Kusta than most people, but whatever you think of him as a player, got some individual skill in there. You want to see some of the skill start to step up into place. Because remember, during that early 6-0 run on Inferno, Gen.G was getting outplayed, but their players were at least delivering incredible sequences and performances that bailed them out of situations. There's none of that happening here.
No, there really isn't, and it's kind of strange to be watching. Like, this is almost looks like a team chemistry type problem, right? Like, you should be able to feel pretty comfortable in this Gen.G team at the moment. Just say, like, you know what, let's, everyone take a moment, take a timeout or something. Let's just have a deep breath and then let's try and really individually get back into the game. And it feels like that's not happening at the moment. They're really not managing to make much of anything work. And again, it doesn't have to be something very elaborate. Just, set up with a cool flashbang, try and go for a bit of a fight. They've won the early one here, and they've got Daps pushed up very, very far into those A hallways. So there's a lot they can do in this round, even with the lack of weapons.
Well, the final decision is to be bomb site, going up catwalk. There'll be 4 players here. How many kills can they get before the rotation arrives? Bentet, off angle with the M4 is going to slow him down, take the attention away from Som, and this is all Gen.G. Finally, a little bit of life out of this defense. Cam, the last remaining, but not for long. 6-3 for Chaos.
Yeah, it's about time, and again, a single one fight in the beginning, a little bit of hesitation maybe for Chaos, and it looked like they had the perfect read, partly helped by Daps obviously pushing up that far into the hallways. They kind of know that no one is making any noise on that side, and that will help them out. A lot of money, though, on the Chaos side to be able to invest into this round, and even the next one after this.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's still a lot of money even after they fully invest into the round. Let's see how much Gen.G can build upon it. 4 players for Chaos already at the A bomb site. This might get slowed down, but it's not. Steel's already running, and he knows there's one there. He's not worried about anyone else. He wants the entry, and he's got it. He ignored every other point of danger in the bomb site. Kusa responding. Steel's going to get forced out of position, or he's got a smoke to put it out.
That is some great focus out of Steel, isn't it? You absolutely, he even heard the shot coming out from CT spawn. He's like, I don't care. I have this one mission, and that's gonna what I'm gonna try and follow through on.
There's no nades left on Chaos, and there's all 3 players in CT spawn. Wow. Finally, a little bit of cover. They can get this bomb planted, but it's gonna have to be straight up fights won by Chaos.
Yeah, it really will be. Trying to boost over and maybe hope to snatch away someone, but that's not gonna be doable. No one really showing themselves. Maybe it looked like Vanity was about to overstep the mark here, but he's hiding inside of a smoke of his own, and they just can't really see him at the moment. The bomb is ticking away, and Gen.G aren't getting the pickoff that they really needed. Som goes down, and now I think they're just risking throwing all the rifles away here, and that might be a little bit too much. Voltage covering the line, and a quick shot to take down Bentet.
The one nice thing for Gen.G, if you want to talk about a silver lining, is that they won the previous round with just the 1 saved M4 and a bunch of deagles, so they've still got plenty of cash to just, you know, rinse and repeat, but this half is getting away from them in a big way.
Yeah, slipping out of their grasp, as it were. I don't know. They've this is the map pick of Chaos. I don't know if Gen.G just weren't ready for it, but as we said, in Mirage, one of those maps that you should be able to play at least to some level of proficiency, right?
Yeah. Certainly, or at least better than this. What, the first 2 rounds and then just won a couple rounds ago, but they're not showing a whole lot of life still from Inferno. A lot of pressure being applied to B. This is going to be a fake. Good kill from Automatic. That makes the fake easier to read, although Daps is pushed down. Big trade. He spotted the bomb. They know what's coming next. 1 player in Palace, and how does Chaos try and come back into this 3 versus 4? Sick has jumped all the way out. A sneaky play could net him 1 kill.
Especially on those stairs there, and Kusta might be in a lot more trouble than he realizes if he keeps going up for the peak. Cam goes down, that's all the way at top mid. An excellent kill for Bentet. And now again, this is where Gen.G, this is what you want the leadership from Daps, who's out of this round, to just sort of calm everyone down. Like you want to make sure you don't make any mistakes here. Sick, I think, looking through that tiny gap there and getting a kill on Kusta, but he peeks right into Automatic. So now 1 versus 3. Save the rifles here if you are on Gen.D. Just make sure you don't lose too much else. And they're going to do just that.
Yeah, especially with that double op setup. Nice work from Gen.G, staying alive in a tough economic situation. They'll be able to drop M4s over, and it'll be much the same. 7-4 for Chaos, and they still have so much cash to work with.
Yeah, that's the frightening aspect.
I actually like the switch for Gen.G. We talked about, you know, them struggling to adapt on Inferno. I think the double op setup is going to be great for them in the rest of this half. I think they'll be able to rack a bunch of rounds together now because you're watching Chaos be so aggressive, taking fights, just heading out of the choke points very quick. Those ops can just pick them right off unless they get bum rushed. Here's the counter to that double op. Let's see what Chaos can do with it.
Cam, I mean, if he'd actually kept going, the timing would have been amazing for it. No one's made the rotation, and it seems like they've got the perfect read at the moment here on the T side. Those AWP positions are going to get really heavily smoked off. Som is all in on this, and Cam stuck in the window. I think maybe he thought he had already jumped out. Not quite quick enough for that flick, but Automatic is going to be there, instantly traded by Voltage. It's a 3-on-3, and the bomb is going to go down with no interruption, and they are very, very far away from this retake.
That's a cool play from Chaos. You send the 1 player in aggressively. That play has gotten very popular, sending 1 person into the smokes to try and pick someone off or get advanced position. It forces utility out from the Gen.G defense, and you re-execute later on when there's no nades to counter it.
And they're just going to have to fall back. Yeah, they've got no choice.
Ooh.
I mean, I think they were so far away. I think Daps was all the way over the A-bomb side even when the bomb went down, so they're just not even going to go for it.
Oh, saving in a 3-on-3 is never a fun experience.
Especially when you've been losing as much as they have in this first half.
Look at all the utility they have as well, though. They have 2 Molotovs, they have a smoke for the bomb, they have 2 nades, they have a flashbang. They had a bunch of tools that they could have used. Just prioritizing that AWP.
It's probably not an easy call to be making. Yeah, they'll save the AWP, but they can rebuy the rifles, so I guess there's some logic behind it in terms of what kind of money they had.
Well, at a certain point, you're right. There is that logic to it, but at a certain point, when you're down 4 to 8, like I feel like you have to fight for some of the rounds.
Just a little bit, right?
So I mean, what they're basically saying is they'd be content with just 7 rounds and a half, which is fine. We'll see how it pans out for them.
So I mean, you're not happy about that, are you?
No, it's not so much the score. I'm just unhappy with the look of Gen.G.
Yeah.
Like if they
Where's
were,
the attitude?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking in my head is like, you know, when other teams and other players are playing, you can kind of like feel the craziness, feel the excitement. Steel just dead focused on one player. Smooya in their first game going crazy on the stage and yelling shit out to MIBR. You can feel kind of like that desire to fight back and win. And with Gen.G, I don't really get that sense out of their play style at the moment.
No, they are playing, you know, boomer level counter. It's not acceptable. It's time to wake up.
Why are you using that now as well?
Everyone is. I want to be young with the kids as well, Jason.
Hello, fellow children.
Yeah, they.
Sumler's got a longboard. You can pick that up. You can recreate the whole meme.
Yeah, because that's what I need. You know.
Your knee hasn't gone through enough punishment. Cam's out towards the van. This is kind of what I just mentioned earlier. Just kind of, ooh, this is actually crazy. Look how much space they're being given. Look how much space they have to just walk and march into the A bomb site. Good kills from Daps, Bentet, and Kusta. They might recover it, but that was sketchy. Sick.
Yeah.
Deep angle in towards connector.
All they needed to do was win one fight at the A bomb site, and that play over by the B bomb site would have worked out just fine. No bomb plant here as voltage goes down, and Bentet will clean it up. A pretty good round and a triple kill out of him. This is just your sick fantasies, isn't it, Jason? Just shave my head and put me on a longboard out into the street and just film what comes next.
Just push down a hill
and see what happens.
Listen, all I'm gonna say, I know our old mate. You know, it's been a while since we've seen him blue.
Yeah.
He did that. Threw on a helmet, got on a skateboard, took a ride down the street. I want to see you.
I'll point this out. People should wear helmets when they do this. I'm not going to wear a helmet.
Okay. Well.
Just, it's one of those, you know, do as I say, no as I do.
No as I do.
That kind of thing.
That's fair.
Like, Genesis made a song about that, didn't he?
You'd look funny in a helmet.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm not wearing it. I'd rather go to the hospital then. It's all about priorities here.
Jesus. Steel with the Deagle. Top mid. Yes, playing this one very slow. Back to pistols for the first time, essentially, since the second round. You've got to be happy, though. Your prediction is perfect. You survive, no matter what happens.
Yeah, you are.
You're gonna get 8, 9, or 10.
You're exactly right. I feel like, but it's gonna be exactly 9 though. That's part of it.
Okay.
I mean, not that it has to. But I'm just saying that it will be.
It will be.
That's the beauty of predicting, you know, things from the get-go. Got 2 Kriegs and some pistols, and you know, Chaos finally have kind of run out of the ridiculous funds they were working off of earlier. Flash to try and come through. It actually works really well on Daps. That was incredible. Good opening. Booster back here is going to get overwhelmed. And again, they don't have much to work with, but it's working way too well. Steel with a headshot of the Deagle to take down Automatic. I can't believe they're actually doing this. Bentet will finally take down Steel, trying to play at the edge of the smoke, but still all the way on the other side is Cam sneaking through, and he's already spotted it. The P250 really not the best weapon for it, and he will go down trying to take that fight. Som with a bit of a victory against Voltage, and that leaves Sick. No bomb plant. 10 seconds, and I don't think he's ever going to even the chance to put the bomb down here. He's inside of the smoke with now 7 seconds on the clock, and he has no idea where to find him. He's realized now time is simply running out. He's making a lot of noise on the bomb site, and now... Oh, no. He goes down. I'm not sure if that was on the right or the wrong side.
Listen, this is 2 rounds in a row. Bentet's got a triple kill in pretty much a round-saving scenario. This initial defensive Gen.G on both maps at both bomb sites is just getting obliterated.
Yeah.
It has been the players rotating. It has been the players coming over in support who have saved the day frequently for Gen.G. And Bentet's 16-5. It might be the only reason they're in this map. He's the only positive player. All 4 of his teammates stuck on 7 kills while he has 16.
It's worked out right now.
He is back in Tyloo.
Yeah, apparently. It's still his time. 15th round, 8-6, and Gen.G, they need everything they can get right now. They've already lost the first map. Here's Som picking up a kill on Steel. Oh, and a nice 2-for-1. Som continuing the quad kill, but he can't get the ace. I feel like he deserves it. That was a cool display up in those B hallways. Cam goes down at the end to the Molotov and a 7-8 scoreline. Gen.G bringing it back as best they could.
Yeah, they did everything possible. They win, what, 5 out of the last 7 rounds. It's not bad. Ended on a 3-round streak, so a little bit of life. But again, it's the attitude that's still missing for me. They're going to go on those mini runs. The question is, now that they're switching over to the T side, can they actually exert their will across the map? Chaos looking very strong and looking like they're in much better shape than Gen.G at the moment. They're in trouble of losing this series 0-2. We'll find out if they do after the break.
Here we go, back for the second half, second map here between Gen.G and Chaos, and they managed to bring it back a little bit. Gen.G, they made us believe that maybe they have something, but as we're discussing this, there's the lack of flex in their game. Like, where's the attitude? Where's the point in time where they're going to convince us this is really going to work out? Yeah,
that's the thing. I mean, the nice 3-round run to end the half, I don't know if it's enough. They've done like the bare minimum to make you feel like they're still kind of alive in this series. Let's see what kind of listen, they can't have a T-side like Inferno where it's just like default. At some point, you have to like see a weakness and actually attack it.
Well, now is their chance, and maybe the last chance that they have to try and convince us that, you know, there's reason. What was it, like 80-20 in the audience pick in the beginning? Obviously, see the odds here. I mean, actually, doesn't even change that much. I'm kind of surprised that it's not even more. Vanity with a good opening, but Kusta there with the return, and they have to follow up quickly. Good double grenades to slow them down. See if they could actually get into the bomb site here. It's a 4-on-4 as they're down on the low ground, trying to see if they could maybe run, and they will take down Steel. That's a pretty good job. Daps with a headshot on Cam, and now they've cleared it all up and are looking pretty good.
Yeah, the double nade doesn't work out nearly as much as they wanted. I think Vanity going back for that second kill kind of messed up that strat they had, the stack towards that B bomb site. If he falls back, 3 players defending, because the 1 player blocked off by smoke on Catwalk was brutal. Voltage doing what he can, but Sick has no HP to be involved in the action in the fight, and he's just going to try and back away. So pistol round for Gen.G. That's both pistols here on this map.
that had a lot more power behind. They got caught turning the corners to be hallways, and they still fought their way out.
That's the thing. I actually think if Vanity doesn't hit that first shot, that might work out better for Chaos. But I think because he got a little one tap, his brain was like, "Yep, go back.
Yeah,
go back. You have got the hot hand.
Need more. Yeah, it's true, right? Yeah, he had some backup behind him, right? He had people that could throw grenades.
He had a double nade set up behind him, which you want to lure them in, right? You don't want them to stop and take that fight at range. You want them to try and chase you down and chase you into your new position.
Could have stuck around. Yeah, you're right. I think you might have been onto something there. Some pretty long-range smoke grenades are already raining in airborne as we speak, and they land to block off the catwalk. Cam down here was trying to line up a shot, not quite successful on that. And Sick, I think he maybe have had a chance, or could have had a chance there. Voltage and Vanity are getting kills from inside of the kitchen, and that's a little bit ridiculous. The bomb also taking a lot of damage right here. Daps trying to get out of the way, but Sick will take him down, and it's all falling apart for Gen.G here. It's still a 2-on-3, but you can tell that there's a little bit of panic in their style right now. Benthead goes down, and what a shot coming out from Sick. A nice double kill for him.
Well, this time they got lured into the stack, into the follow-up players. That was done perfectly. And that one hurts if you're Gen.G.
They're used to it by now.
You'd think so.
They've might be enjoying the punishment at this point in time. Otherwise, why are they going back to it all the time?
People out there who do that.
Yeah.
No judgment here.
No. That's just how it is. Gen.G might be some of them. 9-8. They pick up an AK-47. They could buy some armor behind it as well. But they are really having a rough time in this best of 3 so far. We were talking about the potential disaster meltdown if Chaos would have ever got to nuke, and we're like, oh, maybe that's not even going to happen. It could be a 2-0. And now we're seeing something very different. Flashbang for the setup. Steel goes for a bit of a fight. That looked like it was a pretty good timing, but I think maybe the flashbang went a little bit too deep, and Steel goes down.
He just had an SMG as well, so it's now up to these rifles to really contain the situation. Vanity gonna push out. Oh, and they're waiting for it. He's gonna get spammed down. He's got nowhere to go. Sick is here, but they need to start getting some kills. There's the first, but Cam is so blind coming through that smoke, and even Voltage gonna get caught. And Gen.G's about to return the favor. Oof.
All right. Good deagle shots coming out from Kuster, and you're right. They don't even just win the round there. They even steal some guns away in the meantime, so huge victory. And again, a lot more power and decisiveness behind that. I want to see that grow as a feature of this Gen.G team.
Yeah, nice job from Kusta as well. Patiently waiting in Palace for his moment, and he just pops out every once in a while when the attention is elsewhere. And wrecks him right through the wall, straight to the head, straight to the dome. 9-9.
I think Cam just... He came through that smoke over a jungle and stared right into the flashbang.
Couldn't look away. It's like the deadlights from It.
Ooh. Let's not go there. We're all trying to have a good time.
We're all trying to have fun.
Sneaking through the middle. If they can turn the corner in the catwalk here, there's going to be a pretty cool beat crunch that's coming in. Voltage, the first to try and take the fight, but Kusta will bring him right down. And yeah, beat defense is gone. Just save what you have and run away with the rest. There's really no point.
Yep, try it again in the next round. You've got Vanity with the Deagle and armor. You got the Scout, the All-Gone Steel. So Gen.G finally looking like they can stabilize a little bit. And remember, they won the first 3 rounds of the final 3 rounds of the first half. I think that makes it what? They've won 5 of the last 6 or 6 of the last 7.
Things have started to work out, yeah, quite a lot better for them.
It's pretty simple T-side so far. Everyone's staying grouped up, hitting the same spot together, making sure you play the trade game. Back to the strengths of Daps, the fundamentals.
Well, some of these things that they're doing, right, like a B split like this one, but even just the hallway pushes that they're doing over at the B-bomb site, you can feel a bit more confident just knowing that Chaos wouldn't have any point so far in the second half here have had the money for, let's say, an EWP. You're dodging a lot of the potential danger that could be and that might be coming up a little bit down the road. It'll be fun to see if that's going to be a feature of it. If they pick up one of those orbs there on the CT side, if that could start to maybe make them second guess it. So far, Scout and Org is what was saved. And a lead now for Gen.G. Starting to look a little bit better. Benthead again at 17-7, but Som is there behind him with 16 kills. It's something that they're working on. They're building it.
Building into it. Nice opening from Kusta and Som together. Again, just swinging wide, working as a pairing, working as a team. Getting that first kill. Now aggression going to start coming in from Chaos as they try and recover, and they do even better. Vanity gets a deagle headshot onto A-Ramp. He's brought up an M4 as well. There's one more player, Daps and Palace, and Vanity knows it. He's waiting for that peek.
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, even if that wasn't a fight, still pretty good read, isn't it? Long range in the connector with the MAC-10. Could still work out pretty well against at least 2 out of the 4 players that are left here, as they don't really have any armor to work to speak of at all. Automatic. In some trouble in the middle. He does get tanked up, but he'll turn around for it. The Org will take him down. It is still a 2-on-2 and over a minute left. So deep breath right now for Gen.G. This is a round that you can't afford to give away. And Sick, I think he's heard the steps out right in front. The smoke is making it really tough, and nice kill for Som.
Yeah, beautiful kill. Scout still in play, though, and it can get both of these guys. One shot each. Voltage working on it, doesn't go all the way through. He was on target. Now he's got the M4, and that might actually fool them. They might think he still has a Scout. This could be a creative play. Voltage getting aggressive now. Som's in the open. He's going to go down, and Daps, his position has been known the whole time. Kit on Voltage as well.
Yeah, he could just hold this in, and Daps might just be having to wait for it. He's still really far back. He's thinking it's a fake. He doesn't know about the kit, and that's a rough way to lose a 1 versus 1. But what a play from Voltage.
That's so nice from Voltage, swapping out to the M4. 10-10. What a scrappy back and forth set of rounds we've just had.
This is a really clean shot, isn't it? Yeah, that was a lot of back and forth here. That one Orc ended up doing a fair bit of damage. I think Steel almost took down Kooster in the initial engagement in the middle.
Yep.
But 10-10. All picked up on Voltage, and he's in the middle, not smoked off for now. Probably will be at some point here.
This is a huge round. Both teams' economy is in relatively similar positions. Gen.G's a bit better, much better actually. I take it all back.
Yeah, they have got a little bit building, haven't they? Actually, 5,000 on Daps, yeah.
That's a risky jump from Cam. Almost picked off by Automatic in that op. Still pressuring, still trying to find an angle through the windows, but the smoke has forced him back. It's quiet across the map. Vanity has got to decide how he wants to play window room. Checking to make sure nobody has jumped up quietly into the smoke. And he has one of his own, so if they do Molotov out the window position, he'll be able to put it out and escape, hopefully.
The timing there. If he would have peeked, Bentip would have been with a grenade in hand, and that would have been a very easy pick off here. Voltage has made his way all the way over towards CT spawn with that AWP. Bomb is still at top mid, so it's okay now. Still 50 seconds, so they could do a lot.
This is set up beautifully for Gen.G. They've done this so well. One player in connector, that's Bentet, being able to cut off rotations. Look how much space they have up. Sick's going to go down for free. He has no idea. They walked quietly the whole way. Not a single player from Chaos checked it once. That whole path. And that's an easy win.
Yeah, even with Bentet just, lurking in the middle means they can maybe go hunting if they really want to. Don't all have the money for it maybe, but it's tempting at this point in time. Yeah, they were just on the bomb side before anyone even knew it.
Yeah, and I mean, they're even still losing track of what's dangerous now. They know the B bomb site is lost. No one was watching for the spawn push. These are some pretty long distance walks that Gen.G's gone on with no issue.
That's a rough way to lose a round if you're Chaos, because that's just one of those rounds where everyone's suddenly calling out, like, how did they get to the bomb site?
And they're the ones with the painful economy. They can't sustain a loss like this. Steel has to stick around because he wants the AWP at the end. But who knows if he'll even be able to get it. Kusta's coming around from behind. He needs to win this fight first. Nade in hand. Kusta, that's a nice peek. 11-10 for Gen.G.
Yeah, the almost panic throw the grenade, and it's just perfect, yeah. Generally speaking, you want more than, just a millisecond of warning as your teammate says they're on the bomb site.
Yeah, not even.
We're in trouble.
I think Sick was actually the person who even spotted it out, and he was the first one making contact.
Yeah.
I had no idea he was
kind
in a little pillar trying to drop that smoke. So a little bit of the Gen.G syndrome, not actually challenging for map control.
Yeah, something definitely went horribly wrong in that round. 11-10, and I don't know, that's when they had the AWP. They had it in window, and it kind of fell back to and then they just had no mid control. They knew nothing about what's going on.
See what they can do here. 2 M4s that they can bring into this next round. You have some things. We saw them just win that round previously with the Deagles, the peek down A ramp. So they're scrappy squadron of upcoming players. Young guys just trying to make it big.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd continue with the rhymes, but I guess
alliteration.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for that another time. So we got P250s, a Deagle, and the saved M4. In the middle already, trying to take the challenge. Maybe they would have grenaded it, but...
That's a cool setup. They showed the Deagle, and Vanity's got the M4. Unfortunately, Kusta's gotten there way quicker, and even though he's flying into the air for no good reason, I actually think that's a pretty cool way to do things.
That's a smart idea.
Yeah. In another world, that might actually take complete advantage of Kusta.
Yeah, because if he's just a little bit slower and he's turning the corner thinking, you know what, we know who's in window, and he walks right into the M4. Voltage, trying to do a bit of playmaking here, which I think is very risky, but I like it anyway, because you've got to do something when you're 4 versus 5 like that, and you only have the one rifle. Now, it gets taken away, and whenever that happens, it always just looks like you made things worse, but I'm not sure standing around and waiting was going to be a better plan anyway, so I like it. They're about to be up 12-10 here, which is not a huge lead. But with the economy going their way and with Chaos kind of crumbling in the second half here, it's looking good.
This is a pretty wild economic decision to invest for Chaos. Well, I mean, listen, this is still recoverable for Chaos. It's just Gen.G, it's much like the start of Inferno now. They've still it's not super convincing, but they've at least grabbed hold, right? And you can see a little bit more confidence surging into the way they're playing. That is Steel's going to be scratching his head after that bullet goes through the bench. So 12-10, and a couple more chances for Chaos to close this out in 2. Which the desk kind of highlighted that if it somehow got to a third map, like that's disaster zone for Chaos.
Not good news, definitely. I have to agree with that. I don't know, there's some stuff that's missing here from Chaos that I think we were also talking about with Gen.G, but sometimes you don't have to make it that complicated. I mean, they've been trying to go for some fights in the window, but you know, what if you just, instead of fighting in the window immediately, you just position 2 or 3 players around the middle, and you flash in to try and take a, you know, just a 3-way peek behind a flashbang or 2, and just, you know, look for a fight. Don't overcommit to it or anything. Just try and see if you can make that work.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some basic stuff. I mean, we see the same thing when people flash for fights at the A ramp or double stack A apartments. Like, there's a bunch of different things that I feel like we're not really seeing just yet. They have the flashbang this time on Sick, at least.
Well, let's set out one more round. Just Deagles. 4 of them. There's an HE onto A ramp. It does actually really good damage on Automatic, who is just stepping up to the plate and try and find a pick. So we'll see if Chaos has a little bit more magic left in them with these pistols. Sick with that flashbang. Has just rotated over to the B bomb site. This is going to be an information peek from Cam, and he's going to see nothing. Pushing up, and you don't want to go too far. Ooh, maybe you do.
It was just far enough, wasn't it? Perfect. They're trying to see if they could speed it up and punish him as he was falling back mid-air. What a shot to take down Bentet. And he wanted that 3rd headshot. I can't really blame him. That was incredibly impressive. Now it's a 3-on-3, and over on the other side, they're both occupied by Kusta being here. He's dropped low, but they need to get to the B bomb side, so Kusta almost making it out, but still will punish him for it. They've already won one of these rounds, Chaos. If they do it again, that might be too much for Gen.G to handle. Another Deagle in the sight, and that leaves Daps alone, shot in the face by Sick. What a defense.
It's indecision. Like, there's Kusta is distracting, and at that point, he's on the other side of the map. He's on his own island. Don't worry about what he's doing.
Yeah.
Those 2 players started backing off, and it just buys time for Sick to get into a perfect position. And it just stopped by Deagles, not even utility. There was 1 nade and 1 flashbang.
That mid-air shot from Cam was really cool.
Yeah, that's a fair point. There was some pretty disgusting shots from Cam.
Again, setting up the smokes to go for an early B execute. We've got both Vanity and Cam in the bomb sites with some grenades to follow it. One of them already put out. It did a little bit of damage. Good counter flashes coming in, and they're down on the bomb site. And now it's all-out chaos. No one knows what's going on any longer. Cam able to find a bit of a spot to stand on, but he could have already been shot in the back. I'm surprised that he's still alive here. And yeah, I think everyone has lost track of what's going on in this round. It's a 3 versus 4, but it could change in a second with Bentet getting a kill, let's say. Bomb being planted inside of the smoke, and this is a really, really confusing round.
Yeah, this is going to get even more scrappy before it ends. 2 players over by the van. That's Daps and Kusta. You don't want to be there. Kusta, maybe with the death of Daps, can kind of play it off as if he's not in that position. Here comes the retake. Molotov in towards Halls. They've spotted him now. Steel's got the dink in. He's going to be finished off any moment. And utility into Halls to negate his teammate. Someone needs to get on the defuse, but Bentet's going to back off. He can't win this, surely. There's the kill. Kits all over the place on Voltage and Vanity, and Chaos have tied things up. They're back.
Great defense in spite of, I mean, it's very often when those B rushes happen, you either stop them in the hallway, or if they get down on the low ground, you have no chance, right? Because you're just looking in 10 different directions, and somehow they still managed to do it. That was kind of impressive. So yeah, all tied up and cutting pretty deep now into the Gen.G economy.
Actually pretty decent money for Gen.G considering they've just lost 2, and the plants are really helping them still put together good buys and have money in the bank. That's the big factor. Automatic, nice opening kill. That's onto Vanity. That's pushing in towards Palace. Steel is going to get aggressive up mid, but they can tell it's coming. Nade out in his hands, though. Koos is a free frag. And there's another one. A follow-up from Steel.
What a read.
Look at this position. This is dirty.
Yeah, that's got to be hard to clear, isn't it? If your Daps coming up from under, he's not even looking for it. Immediately taken down, and Sick trying to be a superhero, jumping down onto the stairs. It's not a bad idea, but I'm so impressed with Steel and the read on the second player being there. You could see absolutely knew what was coming. That is some good experience behind that kind of a play.
Who's the psychopath on top of the staircase? That's Steel. He has moved away. Now finding himself in towards Palace. Bentet saw it, but if he shoots, I think Steel might know, but he'll give up his position.
I mean, you want to play to let him try and get the bomb plant, right?
Well, the bomb's already at top mid, so Steel I don't think gives a damn about that whatsoever.
Triple for him. What a beautiful round. I'm super impressed. I mean, the timing of the first one is just great for him, but the fact that he actually checked for the second one is so well done.
Okay, this is where you kind of put a team like Gen.G to the test. This to me is like the timeout scenario, because one, you're going to want to talk about what you want to buy, but at some point, this is the point, the part of the game where you kind of say, this is what we've noticed for like the last 10 rounds of this T side. This is where we've been able to have success. This is how they're rotating. This is a weakness we can exploit, and that's where Gen.G can hopefully, you know, find a weakness that they can really get into and stay in this game and keep it close.
Vanity playing very close on. Going to be a quick one fight, and that actually, that's the key part of this push, right? If you do 4 on the ramp and 1 in the apartments, the guy in the apartments has to win the fight or at least make it out. And when they don't, you can see what happens. They get shut down 14-12. You know what they're really lacking here, Jess? I figured it out.
Okay.
Because we know Steel is going to be vocal. I would have said hysterically screaming at his teammates. But that's the one thing that Gen.G don't have. You know, Daps is going to be a gentleman about this the whole way through, and that's what they use right now. Sometimes being a gentleman is not good enough.
They do have a pretty quiet personalities on this team, don't they? Automatic, Daps, Bentet, Kusta are all very easygoing.
Yeah, it's like a little mellow team going on.
Psalm's young and inexperienced. He's not ready to be the authoritarian figure.
Maybe they could borrow. Maybe they could just voice record Steel, play back some of his old streams, and just, you know.
Well, Steel's tagged right through the edge of the wall, down to 41 HP.
There must be a Steel soundboard somewhere.
There definitely is. Definitely is. There's 4 players in mid. We've mentioned, you know, we like seeing teams challenge for mid control from the CT side. There's a lot of players here to do just that. Unfortunately, none of it's working.
Steel's gone down. Cam trying to sneak in a kill on someone in the middle, but there's really no one here. And over on the A side, it's just a Vanity with, you know, towards the jungle. They have almost no defense on this side.
They need to take advantage of this position from Voltage, and you need to take the risk of, well, here's the thing. You either stack a bomb site at this point, or you take the risk and rotate Cam over towards the A bomb site out of B and leave that deep angle for information.
Hard to explain why they're gravitating towards the B side when they have that deep angle, though, isn't it?
Must be a read. They think it's eventually going to come in. Vanity's also playing for retake, playing very slow and passive, but he's not going to do much except stick around and probably get killed in a silly situation. So I like this call. You know, it's one of the 2 things I just, you know, 2 options I just said. You either stack the B bombs or you get everyone over to A with the deep angle of the op. They're choosing the first. They're just going to stack towards B. Got some players in mid. As long as Vanity just bails out, this is all fine.
Yeah, definitely don't want to stick around and fight for it. Yeah, I mean, it has been a lot of B play, right? Now they get a kill, and when they get that early kill, that's sometimes what can lure you into just a continued fight. And that could lose you all of the rifle. Like, Cam, oh no, with 9 seconds left. That's the round. They can't do anything. Well, forget everything we said. It's fine.
I'm out.
Yeah, so are Gen.G. We're following you, Jason. Club is closed, the lights have come on. You suddenly realized that, you know, you should be going home, and what are you doing with your life?
That wasn't even through smoke.
No.
So, Gen.G takes the A bomb site. They have no resistance whatsoever. There's no one there, and they go for that open plant that's exposed to connector, jungle, and catwalk.
Yeah, it's an obscure kind of fuckery going on in that A bomb site. I can't really explain it, but...
Oh. Like, why? What are you doing?
What are they doing? That's a deep question that we'll have to maybe the desk can help us out at some point. We just don't know. 15-12 is the scoreline at any rate, and we're leading into round number 28 with Chaos a chance here to take down Gen.G on 2 maps, not even putting Nuke into play. See if they could bring it back. Flashbang to set it up, but he's not ready for the second one. Who would have been? Grenade landing right on top and does a bit of damage to Kuster, and it looks like they're going to clean it all up. In spite of a good opening of Gen.G, it is not enough. Chaos stunning and shocking everyone. Everyone thought they were going to be losing this match, but not so. 16-12, a steal will get in the final kill. Very, very good stuff. I'm super impressed.
Yeah, I am too.
But
I just can't get the story to me for this matchup has been how trash Gen.G looked. That was an ugly showing.
That was not good.
That's not the kind of showing that a team like that should be putting out.
No flex, no oomph, no nothing. Where's the spice?
That's bad. What we did say would be a 2-0, and I am happy for Josh. I am happy for Chaos. That was fun to watch. I think Vanity's kind of shown that he's a cool player to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Steel obviously still performing tactically and individually. There's some cool stuff going on. That's a fun style of play that Chaos brought in. It's just surprising to see it be so effective against a team like Gen.G. So back to the drawing board, back to the team chat, whatever it might be for Gen.G. Chaos takes the series 2-0. We're headed off to a break, and then you'll get the desk to break down the match.